Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all some time. Apologies for the pushback. Was supposed to do this at 12, but boy actually got some good sleep. Got another long day tonight. But no, I had to come bring something to the people for a little bit. I want to reiterate on a few things, but I'm giving y'all some time to tune in. First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Saturday. Hopefully everybody's smoothly getting through whatever plans they might have. Hopefully everybody's being safe if you at events, celebrating birthdays over the weekend. Happy birthday and many more blessings around the sun. You know, enjoy your day and enjoy your weekend as you're supposed to. Also, for those who might be a little under the weather or might be going through some health issues, healing prayers to those who need it, especially those who are part of the faction. you know Deepest prayers, and hopefully y'all get back to normal soon so you can get back to enjoying your life, especially those who might be in the hospital. Again, just keep your spirits up, keep on hoping for the best, and everything will be all right. Trust me. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Thursday for the conversation. Definitely was one that was needed. Those that missed it, catch the replay. I want to ask a question to those who need to hear it. How would you feel if a person you was dealing with cheated on you, not with a random person, but cheated on you with a family member of their own? Inquiring minds want to know. I came across a story that just, I don't know, it made my stomach turn. It made my stomach turn because it's like, how the hell did you think to do that? You're engaged to be married to somebody, and instead of you just being faithful, staying the way you're supposed to stay, you decide to go do something out of your element. It almost goes back to what I was saying before about people not being real about what they want and what they need at that present time. Now, again, you cheated on your fiance with your cousin, got pregnant. Here's the kicker though. Got pregnant and then tried to quote unquote make him pay child support. How does that work? First things first is, why would you even think to do that? Number one, because that's going against all codes. You sleeping with family members? Come on now, that's not a good look. One person had the nerve to laugh and said, "Well, if it's the seventh or eighth cousin, then nah, it doesn't matter. Still family, still your bloodline." And the fact that you even, I got to put the blame on both. I got to put the blame on him because regardless to how drunk you are, you should know that's your cousin. And I'm gonna put the blame on her too because again, regardless to what, that's your cousin. Jared, what's going on, my guy? It's unthinkable to even think you would go that far. And again, how does that look? Cheating on your significant other with your own family member. Now you're gonna have people looking at you. First things first, you had the nerve to bring that shit on social media. You know damn well there's just some things you should never broadcast on here because guess what? Those are things that's going to be viral or going to be moving around at some point forever. Now, you try to take your cousin, quote unquote, for child support. That wasn't going to work because apparently you made the mistake and a fatal mistake again. So now you come on here and now you're upset because now when you do have the baby, they're going to automatically take your child. First things first, you're not fit to be a mother. Sorry to say it that way. You're not fit to be a mother if you can sit here and make an irrational decision like that. You're not. And then the fact that again you did that with a family member, you taking the risk of your child some form of mental retardation or worse. See, I thought that was a myth. I thought that was I thought that was just something that was being said out of fun. But now I'm starting to see in certain areas that kissing cousins really is a thing. Again, if you know that's family, why would you even take that step? Now you mad because somebody done exposed you. They done put out your business with what you were saying and what you was broadcasting. And now those people are ready to take your kid whenever it's born. First things first, if you was to keep that kid, even if they didn't take it, and you kept that kid, guess what? You was gonna ruin that child's life. Let's be real. Now let's say that child was born normal, even though we know in most situations when family members are doing shit like that, it's always something along those lines of mentally challenged or some form of disformity. Of course, it's going to be that way because again, that's your bloodline, that's your family. Now you're upset because somebody put you out there. Hey, they put you out there for good reason because again, you was about to just create all sorts of chaos and misery, especially amongst a family member. Make that make sense. The other people that was around you that initiated that should have been to blame too. You gonna dare somebody to do? You gonna dare somebody to kiss their own cousin? You gonna dare somebody to do something with their cousin? Y'all all that fault and that blame too because you enticed that situation. And then imagine, think about it. Let's scroll further down the line. Bronze is going on. Now let's really go further down the line. Imagine this child is born. This child manages to escape any form of deformities. Now, when it's time to ask that question about where is the father at, you're gonna have to tell that child the truth, whether you want to or not. BDBGP, what's going on, my guy? You're gonna have to tell that child the truth. How you think that's gonna work out? That's why I say you're gonna ruin that child's life because now, if that child is to find out that the father is also a cousin, how is that gonna work? It's not gonna work. Like I said, you have basically just confused the child for the remainder of their life. You know, and it's crazy because we've had situations where people probably just really ain't know. But then again, once they found out what it wasn't going back up that tree again. That's why it's always important, and I would say this again for some, to ask questions. Dig deep into your family tree. Make sure there is nobody, within that realm that could be related to you. And especially if you think you might have something with somebody. That remind me of a story a while back. Guy was dating this girl, didn't even know that was his whole cousin until the family reunion came. Once they found out what they were, the only thing I can say is that they didn't have no relations. So I can say that they didn't have no relations. They was really going by the old school protocol. Like I'm going to court you. I'm going to do whatever. I'm not worried about that. Diddy baby. Once that man found out what it was, he completely just cut all that off. Because again, how could you continue to do something like that when again you know it's wrong? You know it's immoral. Number one. Number two, it just ain't gonna sit right at all if something else comes. Like come on now. Something else comes along, guess what? Now everybody gonna be looking at you funny or side eyeing. The only reason why I kind of feel a type of way about that story in particular is because again, that's a child being taken from a mother, but then again, this mother has already proved that she's not mentally fit or stable to be a parent. And again, just think about it. Anybody's going to side eye or look at you funny when you're doing things along those lines. Because the first things they're going to ask will, do you know who the child's father is? You could try to play it off all you want to, but at some point it would have came out. But then again, you can't get mad about things that have been exposed. You can't get mad about things that are being done to you now because you was the one that put it out there. You come on a platform and you're giving a story to the people, but then in that same token, look at what's being said within that story. Again, the fact that you went past the borderlines and you did that with a family member, that's a sign to me that there's some sickening and some disturbing things happening within that background or that family's background. Moral codes were broken, regardless to what moral codes were broken. Now, again, only person I feel bad for in that situation is that child at hand. Because that child is going to come into the world with nothing but confusion. It's the only person I feel bad for in that situation. The unborn, unspoken child. Again, this is what I was saying about some people just going off of impulse, going off the wrong emotion and action. Now, again, that child is going to come into the world, taken away from their parent, and probably pushed through a system which has no doors of certainty because there's no certainty if that child is going to get adopted right away or if that child is going to be adopted at all. There are some who go through the processes and get families, and then there's others who will be in that system until they damn near 21, which is a sad reality about it. Again, can't be irresponsible bringing children in the world. The fact that you even did that, knowing that you engaged to be married to somebody, it speaks high value. For that fiance in question, I hope you left that situation completely alone. You know, go find somebody that's going to be worth it. Find somebody that's going to keep it 100 with you. And ain't that a much amount of liquor in the world, weed in the world, cocaine, whatever you do, that's going to make you go past that boundary of even doing that with a family member. But then again, This is why again it's important to pay attention to things. Rudy, what's going on? That's why it's good. You know, be careful. You're gonna have to do that. Be careful in all instances. Again, the fact that you thought to do that, what's really going on in your background? I'm not being judgmental. I'm asking a logical question. Because if you know for a fact off the rip that's your family, it ain't no you doubting it or no, you still don't know. If you know for a fact, even to a point where you know there's a resemblance somewhere, why would you go that far? This is why you have to make sure that there are important things being taught at home. And honestly, you should feel some form of immorality only because, again, you, everybody you was going to do something with, you decided to do something with your family member out of all people. And again, how does that look? And then imagine that another family member finds out, or multiple family members find out. You done set yourself up for the worst type of kill. Because now it's not just you going to be getting looked at funny, getting looked at strange. A lot of people might just pull away from you. The reason why I feel bad about that situation is because, sad enough, there are some people who believe that things that are being done, especially within the background, is normal things to be done. Not really is. You're gonna do whatever it is you're gonna do. Keep it outside the family. That's really how it's supposed to be. Keep it outside the family. Again, the main ones that suffer in the long run are the ones who are voiceless right now. Hence why I said they're the most unprotected. The voiceless and the unborn are always going to be the most unprotected. You never know what's going on. Yeah, I know. I wish you would go sit your little miserable ass down somewhere. Because you probably inbred your damn self. Damn, man. Get up out of here, son. It's Saturday. Go do something with yourself. Yeah. But yeah, apologies, y'all. We always get the. Oh, it's almost the first of the month for you, so yeah. I'm gonna see your retarded ass every day. Yeah, I'm just calling you retarded, and that's it. Fuck out of here. But yeah, this was the only thing I could say again. How do you think to go that route? Again, you still got time to think about things before you just do things. Make a clear decision. Nothing should be impairing your thoughts or anything when it comes to that. And again, you made yourself look bad and you done hurt the person that you was with because you decided to be selfish. See, I'm still getting somewhere with the message regardless. In that instance right there, you can't be upset with anything when you just did the only selfish act that you did. Again, you didn't think about the person you was with, and you didn't think about what you was about to do with the person you was trying to get with. Ain't cool. If you want to put yourself out there, especially on these platforms, expect those consequences. Especially if you said something that definitely just didn't resonate with nobody. And again, making irrash decisions and look at what it cost you. In my general opinion, what should be a moment for you and your fiance to be celebrating together wasn't it. Serious, baby. You already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. Now, again, just think about it. What should have been a moment, definitely for you and your fiance, ain't it? Be safe on that road, baby. Your moment of happiness about bringing life into the world is about to be ruined. But you have nobody to blame but yourself on that notion. Nobody told you to do the deeds that you did. Nobody told you to spread that information online. And then again, look how that looks. You still was going to try to, regardless to what, take that man for child support. Make it make sense. Chip, what's going on, my guy? Chef, what's going on? Mod, y'all already know what to do in case we get some BS because we already had one in here. And I hope he's sitting back with his Lego blocks, relaxing. Got to give these babies a little attention throughout the day. So, you know. But again, I think that that's the worst aspect of it all. The fact that another child is about to be brought into the world and there's uncertainty for that child. You know, but that's a sad reality we living in right now. Again, irresponsibility. You're gonna risk blessings and a half just because you want to do something. Keyword, you wanted to do it. You didn't have to do it. And you didn't need to do it. You just wanted to do it. The reason why I say it needs to be a balance is because it's the truth. You can't always just want. So you're gonna end up getting the things you don't want. And you can't always need. Trust me. At some point, you ain't gonna be needed. So again, it's crazy how in that notion right there again, you basically gonna be looked at funny anyway. Rob, what's going on, my guy? For those who are just tuning in, I needed your opinion on that because I don't know. It's weird to me that it really is certain things that are still going on like that in that nature. Again, you decide to cheat on your fiance with your cousin. Some people would laugh at this. Some people would side eye it. Some people would make a critical judgment or statement. Sometimes that's what's needed. Nothing off the rip, nothing off rip, nothing off deep ends or nothing. Just a solid, logical perspective. Rob, you heard what I just said, son. This girl cheated on her fiance with her cousin. Got pregnant by the cousin. Tried to take the cousin for child support. That didn't work. And then the kicker is now when her child is born, state taking it away. And I'm sorry to say it that way, but there are some people out there who are living just like that for some reason. Again, you gotta know your even if you wouldn't meet everybody, you still gotta know a history of your family tree regardless. Tamika baby. Again, happy Saturday to everybody that's pulling in. But again, it's something to think about. Now you're mad because somebody done reported you, and now that's the reason why your child is being taken away. But again, you was gonna end up getting yourself in some situation anyway because you presented the story on social media. Let's not get that twisted. You presented it on social media. Think everybody ain't watching, or if you think they ain't watching, they watching. They just watching for important clues 9 out of 10. Facts, Rob. But it's just it's sad because this is an actual situation that's going on. Like I said, and it be sad. The saddest thing is when you see that parents are getting their children taken away from them. But in this instance right there, I think it's for the best. Because again, you're gonna end up going in or spoiling, not even spoiling, I can't even say that. Well, yeah, you're gonna spoil their mind. You're gonna poison their mind with the BS. Because you're gonna try to keep a facade going until the facade ain't there no more. And then you have to really start telling your child the truth. Again, irresponsibility at its best. I just was talking about this recently. When you know you got something that's great in front of you, it's presenting everything it's supposed to present to you, including that peace of mind, why mess it up? You just got to be more aware of your decision making. Again, especially when you are in a committed relationship, an engagement, or even a marriage. Not and never know it. But when you are in the family, you are supposed to know who's who. Period. I'm sorry, but again, person you feel bad for is the one that doesn't have a voice at all. But shoot, even if you find out the truth, even if you don't know and you find out the truth, right? Also, you still have a choice to make. But in my opinion, I'm gonna be honest with you. The fact that you did whatever and it was just off of a dare more than anything, you did it off a dare. Somebody dared you to do something, you ain't want to chicken out, so you did it. Come on now. Come on now. That's not the way that should work. Again, I'm not being judgmental. I'm just being logical because you're not thinking about the consequences that come with doing things along those natures. Might never be right because again, you want to get a whole bunch of backlash, and guess who else is getting that backlash with you? Yeah, but just gives you a sharp reality about the world around you. Now, again, in my opinion, that would be the best option because if you can make a decision like that and it's a careless decision and just off of a dead, you might end up putting your child in danger. Yeah, I know, Rob. That's the sad part about it too. You just hit everything right there. It is truth to that. In certain instances, that's exactly what it is. But again, the fact that you thought to do that and you didn't think about the person that you was engaged to, you didn't think about what consequences could come behind that. You know, again, it speaks in high values. Another form of unprotection is what you have been coming across lately. Like again, there's some of you parents out there. So I really strongly urge you start double checking on everything when it comes down to your child. Know what they getting into. Even with you being around the vicinity, still make sure they ain't doing nothing out of the ordinary. And don't entice it neither. See, some people do that as well. Be out doing stuff and then got the children doing stuff right along with it. Reason why I'm saying this again is because again, it's too much going on. It's too much high turbulence in the world as we speak. So, again, it's bad enough you have to deal with specific crimes that's already homeland. But now that we got other people who are coming into the homeland, that raises the stakes a little bit higher, especially for you young kings and queens out there. The ones who really want this to, y'all gonna have to definitely keep an extra eye out now. You know, and even if they're doing something correct, I'm speaking the way I need to be speaking. Prime example: if your teens do have a little, um, got them a little part-time job and all of that, make sure that they got the right type of transportation and all to get home. You know, they only are set to work a certain amount of hours. But in certain spots, y'all already know y'all sun go down before time, and that's when things could get rough. So again, make sure everything is moving accordingly. Last night, prime example of things that could definitely happen. You know, you not paying attention. Your child is about to commit a crime, and you're just going to sit back and allow them to do it. If you call that teaching them something, yeah, you are teaching them something. Teaching them that it's all right to just commit crime when you feel is necessary. Oh, I want this. I'm going to steal this today. And I don't care how I gotta get it. I'm going to get it. That ain't the good look. Or knowing that your children are doing things that could be dangerous regardless, even if it's not nothing on that level, still just not paying attention to them, gonna be a problem. I just want to throw that in there real quick because guess what? I'm going right back to what I was speaking about. Principle and the morality of things. Again, decision making. Again, there's a lot of different things happening. Before I even get back to where I was going to, this is a brief intermission again. That statement about watching your kids, watching their movements, that is a must right now. In certain instances, you don't want your child to be a victim of circumstance, especially by law. So another reason why I'm going hard right now. You know, definitely need to make sure that the awareness is brought in that household and brought on a whole different level. Again, teaching them how to be safe, even when they are getting to that age of some form of independence. But all in all, though, it's going to be needed now more than ever. And before it does hit home, before that chicken does come home to roost, again, you better make sure they are in the best protection, getting to and from. They start getting to a point of traveling and going places with friends and things along those natures. Again, you're gonna have to still be keeping all forms of contact, even when you can't give visuals. Hey, better be making sure that everything is up to par. Just watch your surroundings. Pay attention to it closely. Just read a story recently about a situation where they looking for a dude right now. Been running around on the trains, doing the unthinkable. And this is why I say in certain situations, doesn't matter where you reside at, these are the type of evils you might have to worry about. Be as precautious as possible. And definitely try to do everything by the book. Now back to this situation. Sorry, I had to go back there. Because again, that's the most unthinkable act you can do. The most selfish act you can do. You done burned down, torched, and hurt somebody just off of a dead. This is why it's important for some of you to really start having your own mindsets. Keywords, some of you. Before you get to a certain impasse in your life, you should have your own form of judgments. Make sure you're keeping your codes up to par. If you've been presented a great position, keep that position. That's like you getting a bump in the position at your job, whatever, right? Guess what? Now it's up to you to keep that position because just as soon as you got it, somebody else could get it. Especially if you ain't prepared to make the decisions that are needed. If you're not willing to do the work and do what's needed, guess what? You can have that position within a week and lose it within a week. Probably less than that. But if you know you're capable of taking care of what's needed, then take care of it. Again, about decision making. That right there, in my opinion, is a costly decision. And guess who got to pay the cost of that? Unborn child. So again, got to be more responsible in what you're doing. Again, there's some of you men and women out there who are just not doing it. You can't make rash decisions off of insecurities as well. And I think that's what it is to a degree. Some people are making those careless decisions just off of insecurity. But remember, at some point, your insecurities will hinder you from a lot of different things, different experiences. Hey, why sell yourself short? Why put self doubt in your mind that you can't do something? Again, you just gotta have a general consensus of yourself, an awareness that's definitely going to be the key element for you. You're going to be aware of certain things. See, some people are going to think that, all right, I'm going to do this, and hey, I'm going to go back to doing whatever, like nothing happened. So they get a rude awakening. That's all that is. Welcome back, serious baby. See, again, once you know something is for sure, hey, you have to make a clear decision now. In that case right there, it wasn't right. And guess who suffers technically? The fiance suffers, and again, that child suffers. But then again, there's a third party that's going to suffer. It's going to be you. Because even if you are blessed to have another child, or even if you was to get it together and switch up everything the way you supposed to, not going to be the same joy. Because technically, you ain't even going to be able to hold your baby, and if you do, it ain't going to be long. That's not the way it should be. Again, you just got to be careful in your decision because that's not a wise decision to ever make. I'm gonna bring a baby into this world, but then again, I'm not gonna be raising that baby, or I'm not gonna have no time to bond with that baby because that baby gonna be out of my arms. That's not no way to live for nobody, no man, no woman, for real. Getting your kid taken away from you, and if it ever does get to that point, which hopefully for some it shouldn't, but if it ever did get to that point, That's when you should know it's time for you to make the better decision. Some people will try to say, "Oh, but it's my child," and yeah, it is your child. But if you're not making the careful decisions for yourself, how you going to make them for your children? How you going to make it for the betterment of your children, or even for the betterment of you? You can't even make a clear decision on that. Again, you gotta have a carefully executed plan when it comes to day to day living. See, again, cool gamer, what's going on? See, look, in this situation right here, you almost on the verge of walking down the aisle. You're supposed to be walking down the aisle with the quote unquote love of your life. You made it that far, right? So again, why put that all on the line for nothing? But see, in that instance, it kind of breeds the wrong things, right? Because for some people, it's going to breed that notion of, well, if that's the way I got to get rid of a person, then I'm going to just go that far and do it. Instead of you just saying you unhappy about something, because I think too that was also it. Probably was unhappy with the fiance, but then again, have to have communication. See, we keep bringing this up because it's truth. You need to have strong forms of communication with your quote unquote lover and soon to be forever. You have to. See, in certain instances, fellas, y'all gonna have to really start just paying attention and observing everything that's key and critical. But again, the fact that you thought to do that and then think about all of what could happen, that's a sign that again, some people really just do need to get some form of help. There's nothing wrong if they really do need the help. Because again, there's some people who have been raised to think that type of thing is normal. I'm gonna go cheat on somebody I'm with a family member. Whether it's my family member, it is. Don't matter. But again, it's going back to erash and poor decision making. You're unhappy with somebody, just say you're unhappy. Sit down and have a talk about it. And if y'all can fix the problem, then fix it. If you can't fix it, then you know where to go from there. For some, there's just going to be some things that are never accepted. And that, in that case right here, is definitely one of them. You chose to make that decision just because. Not knowing what's to come, not caring, and then presenting it out to the world. You set yourself up in all elements to have your child taken away from you in that case. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Working hard in this damn backed up traffic, baby. But in that same notion again, you gotta think about that. The goal is to procreate. create and compensate new life, new lessons, new everything, especially to your offspring. But it ain't gonna mean a damn thing if you're allowing that system to wrap up. If you're being a present danger, especially towards your unborn. The goal is to not crash out. But again, you gotta be mindful of who you giving your body to, and that's on both ends. Fellas, you gotta be mindful of who you giving your seed to, because they're not gonna fully be active, or even if you are gonna be active, not even gonna say that because there are some men out there who have done the done, but yet still, they are being active. But in the same token, you don't want that feel. You don't want that whole household situation. You should want all your kids under one roof. That's just me being logical. You should want all your kids under one roof. But you want to try to at least make sure too you bringing in your army with the right person. And again, it does start with strong communication. What do you need at that present time? And if you're gonna be single and mingle, hey, then you carefree, do what you do. But in that instance, you still be safe. You want a relationship or a marriage with somebody, and you better be making sure that you are in that position to be there. James, what's going on, my guy? Y'all already know if y'all just tuned in, the like button. If y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, you're gonna have to definitely do that. If you're gonna put somebody in your life, hey, again, better make sure that person is on the up and up with you and definitely on the same wavelength. And I'll be honest with you though. Again, the fact that that decision was made, you can only feel bad for that child. You can only feel bad for that whole situation because it could have been an avoidable one. See, again, for those who are unknowing or probably might end up at some point knowing, uh, you better prepare yourself for the long haul. Because if you do find out the wrong things about your quote unquote lover, uh, before you before you jump off the rails and do something that could be detrimental to your background, before you do anything irrash or harsh, you need to just balance yourself, pick up, slowly leave. There's ways to let out that rage, especially if you feel you still need to release that. But there's no need to even implement that on that person. Not worth it. Like I was saying to y'all recently, you find out this girl was cheating, he could have went crazy. Nope. Not gonna do none of the above. I want to catch you in your line and that's it. And you move on from there. Again, just know what's right for you. And if you're feeling it in your spirit that that's definitely the right situation for you, then do everything in your power to stay in that great position. The goal is elevation of mind, spirit, but also, you know, evolution. Building with somebody for a lifetime should be the goal at hand, right? We know everybody gonna have different views on that. I'm aware of that. Some people would think of that notion. If you're gonna waste time and you're gonna waste somebody's time, it's not even worth it. You gotta know what you need for yourself before you can give anybody else what they need. Again, do your evaluation. The one thing to remember again is that a process never gets rushed. It's a process on finding the right person that shares the right things with you. It's almost like a needle in a haystack. You might catch it. Some instances that sucker will poke you. But when you happen to catch whatever, guess what? Found it. Supposed to find your quote unquote diamond in the rough, right? Gotta think about that. You can't waste time trying to give all your time to somebody if it ain't worth it. If it's not being reciprocated at all that way, then guess what? You know what you need to do. Some of you fellas out there are gonna have to start getting out of that notion of just doing the bare minimum. It's the same way for some of you women. Stop doing the bare minimum. In order for those things to progress, hey, then you gotta know yourself. Gotta know what you're willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept, what you're willing to compromise, what you're not willing to compromise. But again, should be no irresponsibility. Yeah, you can make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. Everybody gonna make some form of mistake, even relationship wise. But that doesn't necessarily knock you all the way off your block. You just learned a valuable lesson from it. Again, for some of y'all, start thinking for yourself. Can't let everybody think. You definitely can't let everybody dare you to do so. See, again, in that instance right there, it was irresponsibility on all angles. You wasn't real with your partner. You wasn't communicating with your partner. You did the unthinkable with somebody. Now, come on now. You did something off of the dead. Uh, how can I say this without really sounding judgmental? That type of careless action never happen again. Shit. Again, there's just some things you don't present on the internet, especially if it can get your child taken away from you. And that's a strong message for anybody, no matter who it is. Be mindful of what you post, be mindful of what you're doing, because again, it'll come back to bite you in the ass. Sorry to say it that way. Now, in that instance, she could be upset as much as she want to be, but again, you placed yourself in that position. Because there's also some young fellas out there putting themselves in crazy positions, and almost to a point again of losing life. Again, observe your surroundings, know your place, know what you want. Again, all you gotta do is just read the fundamentals. You being placed around people who are always putting you in some form of daring position, is that the way you really want to live life? Again, insecurities will be that same thing that cripple. And then some of y'all who are putting yourselves in the worst positions just because of insecurity. Again, know your place, know your limitations. Can't do everything, but you can do something. Can't save the world, you're right. But you can at least save somebody, especially if you know you have the best advice, or if you just know how to diffuse things. Communication, y'all. Some of you young men and women need to learn that again. It's not a lost art. You just refuse to do it. Don't just hear what you want to hear. Actually listen and pay attention. That right there will be the differences between a great, healthy, outstanding relationship. Hey, less than. It all depends on you. Know that when you're in a position of peace, solace, everything is magnified. Everything is definitely where it should be at. Don't throw it away and waste it on the wind. Frugal, baby. Again, happy Saturday to everybody that pulled in. Again, when you got something that you know is ride or die material, as y'all would say, if I do the unthinkable, you should really be asking yourself, is it worth it? Do you really want to start over again? Do you want it to be an uphill battle trying to get back to what you was trying to get back to? Now again, guess what? But this is what I'm saying. You gotta remember that part right there. There's no reason for you to break up that perfect picture or destroy that perfect picture. Juice, baby. Again, share laughter, you share pain, you share everything with that person, right? So you should share that blunt of communication. Again, when you know for a fact you're unhappy, you start speaking about it. But there's a way you speak about it too. Like I said before, effective communication, you both got to be in control of your emotions at that time frame. And if you're not, hey, revisit it when it's time to revisit it. So you can possibly do. When the communication lines are open, there is no treat. Greg, what's going on, my guy? Because again, the thought of cheating, especially when you got something that's right there in front of you that you've been yearning for and everything else. Again, sometimes you have that blessing right then and there and don't see it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth losing that because again, you decide you want to do something off of impulse. Those poor decisions will cripple you. Riaz, what's going on, my guy? Oh, I thought that was Riaz for a second. Shout out to that little Riaz. But yeah, you just gotta remember that part. When you put everything out there the way you're supposed to put it out there, now you both have decisions to make. But if that person is truly for you and hasn't done nothing wrong by you, don't do wrong by them. It's only right. And if you feel you really ain't ready to again be locked down in the situation, then you need to let things be out in the open. I'm sorry, y'all, because I don't know. That story was it was weird, but it was also just I don't know. It's just unthinkable. Again, unthinkable is about to happen. What should be a joyous occasion for a parent, it's not going to be a joyous occasion at all. Again, young ladies, make sure you are making the right decision when moving about in this world. Same thing with you young fellas out there. Be mindful of what you're doing and who you're doing things with. And if this is a person that you feel you're not going to be with for the long haul, putting a child in that situation is not going to be the best outcome at all. Saying that right now because there are multiple stories of those situations happening, you know, and a lot of that has one thing in common: communication. Most of those instances, the communication wasn't clear on both ends, hence the cheating and everything else along those lines. Whether it's done by one, done by both parties, doesn't matter. It still hurts the same. And again, it still destroys and damages. Think about your body. Think about who you giving your body to, and definitely think about who you're giving your all to. Period. But yeah, I ain't gonna keep y'all much longer. I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody do want to chime in on this. Now, again, I can ask everybody again in that instance because again, you never know. How would you feel in that situation if somebody you were supposed to be with did the unthinkable and also did it with a family member, whether it's yours or not? I ain't messing with you, Jews. Nah, I'm just saying. You know you unhappy with your significant other, you are supposed to be real about that. Again, you're supposed to sit down and have that talk and discussion so y'all can fix everything. And again, can't be silent. Fellas, you can't be silent either. Again, we just gotta come to a term. What's the best outcome for you? Keep your relationship healthy. Always keep communication number one. Everything else will fall in line. Communication and respect, they both go hand in hand. Got to be able to respect each other. This is another cautionary tale again about things that are happening within the world around you. It's sad. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes we know it's immoral. But these are the things that happen. In that instance right there, I would hope that that young woman finally gets the help that she needs because it's obvious that there is something wrong there. See, some people might not see it face value, but you got to go deeper than that. Because again, to make that immoral decision, what's circulating in your mind. And if there's things that need to be spoken about, then again, you need to go get the help required. I seriously hope that she does get the help that she needs. And hopefully this will be a lesson for her to learn from and again move from. You can't dwell on your mistakes. You can only learn from them and then move forward. Key word for the day is progression, not regression. Before I do get up out of here, take the time out to wish happy birthday to all of the what Libra babies now, almost Libra babies. Oh, but happy birthday to everybody that's celebrating this weekend, celebrating during the week. Now we do it over here. Then hopefully you enjoy your weekends, enjoy your events, whatever you might have planned. Make sure you're getting some pictures as well too, man. Enjoy life. You know, make the best of whatever's going on in your situation. And healing prayers to those who might not be able to celebrate or enjoy it because of health issues. Hopefully you get better. And hopefully you'll be able to get up out of that bed or get up out of your situation and again get back to healthy living. For those who might have just been tuning in, y'all know y'all can catch the replay. Time for me to figure out lunch/dinner. Your boy hungry. Your boy hungry. But again, hopefully somebody did get something out of this because again, I wasn't being judgmental on this case right here. From a logical standpoint, when there's things like that happening, that means there's a troubling sign that something could be going on. So again, don't overlook or underlook it. And again, hopefully that woman gets the help she needs. But again, hopefully she has learned something from this. Now, there's a lot of you right now who see this story or you hear this story and you think like, well, damn, it sounds fake. But no, it's actually real. Again, sad notion though, because now that child is coming into a world in confusion. 9 out of 10, if that girl doesn't get that help that she needs, and I never see that child again. Not unless that child is an adult or until that child decides they want to find out who their real parents are. That's when it's going to be the problem. So, cautionary tale for some of you young men and women out there, just be careful. You know, don't put yourself in a position, especially on that caliber. Certain instances, you'll never hear the end of it because you got to think about the people who was on the under end of it. You know, but yeah, definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in. And those following me on Clapper, if I'm not back by 7 tomorrow, we pulling out the Mac 11s. So, yeah, you already know what that is. You already know how we gonna do it. Yeah, you know you gotta get your feel good on. Again, the first ever AI Matrix Awards is coming back. Coming back for the first time, son. Nah, I'm definitely gonna think about this at some point though. And when it happens, trust me, son, you're gonna be in here laughing. James, don't start with serious with that damn coffee today, man. Don't start with it. Trying to help you today, son. Trying to help you today. No, but definitely hope somebody got something out of this. Again, share that out. Again, it has to be some form of moral code, especially again when you know full well that's family. Don't do that. You know, again, have some more, dignity about what you do and who you do things with. And again, appreciate y'all all for embracing the madness as well. And yeah, I've been real with it. I've been real with it. So I gotta be real with it too. I gotta be real with it too. Don't give in, trust me, cause take all you see. So let me in. Don't give in, trust me, cause take all you see. So let me in. Don't give in, trust me, cause take all you see. So let me in. Don't give We're gonna take you out with big. Yeah, I know. Another email. That's just not my problem. Not my problem. That's just not my problem. Oh man. Serious, put your gloves down. Put your gloves down. Put your damn gloves down. Ain't gonna be doing that no more. We ain't gonna be doing. Matter of fact, here. Damn it. Oh, I was supposed to be scared about your little bitty boxing gloves. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch this. I got something for you here. Hold this.
Take a loss, get it right back. She get tossed around, moving like that. Outside with the demons. They almost made me drown, but I'm breathing. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let me hit y'all with the remix. There you go. There you go. I told y'all to take my damn advice. Ain't nobody listening. That's what y'all get for not listening. Oh, that's what you get for not listening. Oh, and for the person that came in here under my moniker like a whole ass monkey. There you go. Definitely want to say that about your weekend because you came in here to come troll and it didn't work. And guess what? We still got a lot of this. A lot of this. We definitely got a lot of this. A lot of these will be coming up soon. But, you know, that's how we do it over here. Again, appreciate y'all all for tuning in. Y'all enjoy the rest of your afternoons, evenings, and happy Sunday to all you future babies. I know the lottery ain't going on today, so I'll get my Monday numbers from you. Don't worry. I'll get them. Those just tuning in, y'all can catch the replay. Again, definitely share out. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout outs to the replay gang. Shout outs to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. Everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. What I can do is give you real. And that's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real bills. I told you, confiscated them suckers and baby roofers and them just keep getting it back. Want nobody just keep getting it back? They just keep getting it back because they smooth like that. And guess what? When all else fails, they do this. Oh, yeah. And that was for that knucklehead that came in here earlier. My bad. That was for that knucklehead that came in here earlier. I want you to get the message too. Troll tactics got to be the worst by far. I'm going to need you to get out them grade school tactics. Be real about your shit, my nigga. And again, the lesson still got done. So, yeah. I'm going to enjoy my weekend. What about you? Another one? No. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. No.
Motherfucker.
Hood, what's going on, my guy? So I'll be saying, even on a Saturday, man. People be really thinking they distracting shit, but they ain't. That's why I be laughing at them. I'm living rent free in your mind, so let me do this real quick. Wait.
You must first begin to
There you go. Oh, for those celebrating their birthdays, getting their drunk on.
Oh yeah, no, you love it, muscle lips. Let's go. Lap it up, you hungry son of a bitch. Whoop! Sorry.
Get a handle on your frisbee, college boy.
Oh, you do not want to go.
Nah, but y'all definitely stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.